let's do it. It's Friday Night Pints. Back in the saddle. We missed last week, right? Because we did Zoom, and then we had a week off, and so now we're back at the Horseshoe here. Today's episode is brought to you by Fleischman Salon. You see the kits right here. I got the hat on today, but Fleischman Salon has been doing my hair, Fight's hair, a lot of people's hair. Bob Fox has been there. Erica's been taking care of a lot of us.
You are flowing right now.
Yeah, when was the last time you even got, like, I know you got like a trim maybe, right? But when was the last time you got a cut?
Like a real haircut?
Yeah.
Before the pandemic?
Yeah, you just let it flow, man.
Yeah.
So you got to get that Fleischman flow. You got to get all these products. If you got nice long hair like Bob, you get the shampoo and conditioner for everyday use. It gets really bubbly and sudsy. The scent is really good. Then when you're styling your hair, they got the sea salt spray that gives it some grittiness. And then they got paste and cream to put in your hair to style it. And then you always got to have your hair gummies to help your hair grow. Because if you go bald, it sucks. So,
We're right here.
Today we're the hat gang. Everybody's rocking hats today. But
It does trigger me.
There are so many hats this thing right now.
yeah, there's a ton of hats.
New hats.
Your flow looked immaculate last night.
We're good last night.
Yeah, it was really sharp.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Because John finally grew the orange out. The orange is gone, now it's back to blonde, and so he's just got like a nice blonde float to it because he's using these Fleischman products. He eats the gummies handfuls at a time, which I don't think I'd recommend. You only need to have one, but John does eat them handfuls at a time.
Erica fills them up with Sour Patch Kids, with sour candies for me.
Sour candies.
Fuck you.
Sour group children. So here's what you can do. Go to FleischmanSalon.com. First of all, you can book appointments with Erica and all her girls if you live in New York. Secondly, you can click on shop at the top and buy all this stuff. If you use promo code PINTS, you get 20% off. If you buy the bundles, you get an additional 15% off. So you're getting like almost 40% off the whole thing.
It's a no-brainer.
It really is. It's all the shit you need every day for your hair. So you might as well get it from the professionals who know best. I mean, these people have transformed. Look, Brandon Walker I said he used to cut his hair with a knife and fork. And now he's got like this flow to him. So they are really the experts in the hair field. So Dave used to cut his own hair too. And he would not ever go to Fleischman because anything that I do, he will never touch. But he finally started getting his hair professionally done. And if you look back to when he cut his own hair, he looks like a guy who cut his own hair. So the point being, leave it to the professionals, and anything they say is good for your hair, smells good, styles it well, that's what you got to go with. So go to Fleischman Salon, FleischMan, salon.com, use promo code PINTS for the discount. We got a full house. We got a big gang here today.
Now you point out the hats, I can't stop looking at all the hats.
Crazy.
Yeah, so
Don't wear
these hats, these are new hats that we've got coming out on Black Friday. So a little bit early, but these are the samples that just came in.
Cool.
I got the mint. I love the mint green with the Moon Man on the.
mint.
Yeah, I
that
love
green
the
one.
mint
That's
man.
blue.
That's
Yeah.
blue.
Green.
What?
That's mint.
That's
This
mint.
is
That's
mint.
mint.
This is not blue.
That is. That's
blue.
mint.
I would say,
That's
to be
like
This
honest,
is mint
like an
green.
aqua
I don't.
teal.
I think
Yeah,
that's.
aqua
It's actually
teal. I think
rose
they call it-
blue.
would that be
to me.
Tiffany
It's
green?
an aqua blue.
Tiffany blue, yeah.
Tiffany blue?
Yeah, it's close.
Tiffany's not blue. Tiffany's just.
stop.
It's called Tiffany blue, yeah.
But it's
Tiffany
just.
Stop. It's mint.
This is mint green.
Let's just leave it at that. It's mint.
Or like sea foam.
It
or
can be
mint.
called mint.
It's mint.
Like-
My base is seafoam. That's the actual on fender. It says seafoam. It's green.
Christ.
This is
Seafoam.
mint green.
It's mint.
It's mint blue.
There's no such thing as mint blue. There's like winter fresh blue,
I
but
say,
mint
tell us
is
to try it
green.
and come. Pretty sure there's.
Mint is
Mint blue.
green
Oh my
and
God.
blue. There can be mint blue and mint green.
There
I
cannot
agree.
be.
I agree with
Mint
Rob.
is a green leaf.
There's spearmint.
I agree 100%
in
with that.
winter.
No, come back over here. Mint is a literal leaf that is green.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
But there's
So it's
also
green.
mint. There's
Yes.
mint gum that's blue.
Yes, but the
Sure.
mint, if there was a, if there
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
no,
blue,
the mint, yeah,
if there was
if
a
you can
blue
process
leaf,
that.
I would give you that, but there's not.
It's a green leaf. Kevin's
I
right.
don't know
we
why
sure
we
there's
call
not
this mint
blue
green
leaves?
because mint green is just green, a green leaf. It'd just be
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is a
But that's
fucking
mint.
minty.
But also the mint green leaf is much more of a green than
That's what I'm
that.
saying. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
we shouldn't even call it that. It should,
But it's closer to green than blue for sure.
And Gatorade
Nice.
is way greener than that as well.
this idiot. What do you think about tennis balls too, you moron?
Green.
Yellow.
I
Yellow.
think they're
Tennis
green.
balls are yellow.
Are they
Yellow.
not? They don't
Yellow.
look yellow.
They're-
to me.
they're
They're like
yellow.
lime green.
They're like a
I
neon
put
green.
myself
Yeah.
in such a pretzel. I don't know what
No,
color I
the-
think
no, the-
tennis
no,
balls are. I'm looking at it
Neon
right now.
green.
Can you
The
grab
text
it
on
right
the
there
tennis
on that?
ball.
On that,
The
that
text on the
text.
tennis
Actually,
ball.
yeah, grab a
But the
tennis ball and then
tennis
grab
ball's
the
yellow.
Kevin, grab that.
that is
It's like
so
a
Grab
neon.
those
It's
whites.
like a
That's
See
neon.
all those
Yeah.
whites right there? Those are yellow. Right
That's
there.
highlighter yellow.
That's yellow, yeah.
That's highlighter yellow.
No.
Highlighter yellow.
That's highlighter
Neon-
yellow.
Highlighter
That's
yellow.
highlighter
Yeah,
yellow.
that's
Go
neon
kick
yellow.
rocks, Nate. No, next to that
Highlighter yellow,
bag,
it
it's
does make
green.
sense, but to me
Right.
that looks like they
See,
look.
that,
looks
there's
green.
when you put it next to that pineapple.
There's
Well, if you
total
put it next to a
different tint
green, it's also not going to look like the green. It's
Put it next to that
that's
shirt,
why it's
that
the
green
dress.
shirt.
Yeah, this is great.
So now
Oh my God,
it's
yellow.
so different from that.
Yeah, but it's
This
neat.
Yeah,
makes
it's
it
yellow.
This
Tennis
makes
courts
it
are
yellow.
green, right?
Now let me put it next to my
Fucking,
blue hat. Idiot.
Chris Angel, mind freak.
So yeah, I got the Moon Man on the brim, the Moon Man on the bottom corner there, and then I love the little guy just peeking out in the crown, just like, hey. So these will be out on Black Friday, along with we've got hoodies and
The
hats,
hoodies
gloves.
are
We
sweet.
got
The new Viva hoodies.
the
are
new
really
the
cool.
new color block hoodies are great. I made the fatal error of wearing it on stage last night,
my
sweating
God.
my balls
Bro, you
off.
Kevin, you look like you got out of the
sweaty
shower.
fast.
That,
Oh,
well,
no.
it was when I get sweaty, it's like I get hot because it's hot, then I sweat because I'm nervous. So I get nervous when I'm on stage, and then when I start sweating, I go, oh my God, I'm sweating. So that
And
was
then it
all
just
like in
gets-
my head.
makes it worse.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't like I was thinking about it the whole time. Once when I started, I was like, fuck, I'm sweating. And I wore the hoodie because I wanted to like wear it, and actually at the end of the day, I wouldn't change a thing because a bunch of people at the fucking show said they were buying them. So I was like, I'll take
cool.
it. I sacrificed this body for
Yeah,
sales.
yeah.
But I wore it like all evening in the club leading up to it, and I was making sure. I was like, it's actually pretty cool in here. The air conditioning's on. And then, I mean, I don't know if you felt it, but those lights are hot.
I actually was pretty cool.
But you
last
don't
night.
fucking ever sweat, so I can't use you as like a barometer.
Dehydration, Kevin.
Yeah. John had nothing in his body for the last 20 years. But yeah, I mean, I was pouring, man. I was like Patrick Ewing out there. Because once I start getting nervous about sweating, there's no stopping it. So I think the people in the front were like, oh my God. I think in the back it wasn't as bad. But regardless, I think that was probably our best show ever.
I agree. I think it was
It
very
was
good.
funny. It was
Nicely done,
the whole thing to me, what makes me
Unless
nervous.
it was
about-
your first time there, in which case it was our worst.
I don't think it's better. I always get worried about, like, when you come to a live podcast, it's not like joke. And first of all, it's not. We don't have an act. Like, comedians take the stage being like, I know the joke here is gonna kill, the joke here is gonna kill. We go out there, I'm like, I don't know if any of this is gonna be funny because I don't know what we're about to say. So in the beginning, sometimes I'm always just like, welcome to another episode of KFC Radio. And sometimes you're listening to your favorite podcast and you're not laughing out loud. You're still like engaged and listening. But I feel like when you're at a comedy club, you want laughs. And for whatever reason, our like opening banter was just on, and we got a lot of laughs, like out loud laughter in the beginning. And then I'm like, all right, we're good. And the cheese doodles. The cheese doodles was an unbelievable. What do you call a puffy,
Cheese
Orangey.
dick-shaped
Cheese
snack?
doodle. I would say cheese doodle.
Yep.
What do you call it?
boy.
I think puff, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about
We
this.
talked about it. I think if you eat Cheetos, they're puffs.
Also,
because that's what Cheetos.
let's-
They're Cheeto puffs.
Let's be clear here. If that's what your dick looks like, see a doctor.
Well, it's valid.
It is.
But,
It's
so
what
we-
was that? What Schumer was talking about the PD. Which I don't know what that means. Remember at the 9/11
Yes.
comedy show where like the random group just started laughing?
Yes.
Amy Schumer talked about curved dicks, and
No.
I
And
guess
how there's a solution for it,
it's-
right?
Yeah, and it's called PD, I guess. And like literally one section up in the top of the garden,
urologists.
uproarious laughter.
They're on a
Right.
field
I was like,
trip
did they
together.
just put a bunch of crooked dick guys?
Did someone put one out?
It made no sense.
They must have, one of
I-
their friends must have.
Or
like,
they're
curved dick.
urologists.
No, but it was like a
Yeah.
whole set. Like, it was
They
we
know-
were
they know
far
exactly
away
what
from
she's
where they
talking
were.
about. They're like, we
And
know.
Weird.
we were
Did
on
they
the
say
floor.
something? Maybe
We were on
did
the
somebody
floor
say, like,
up on
uh-oh?
the stage, and they were way up in the rafters,
Laughing.
and
Weird.
we were like, "What the fuck's she talking about there?"
I can't imagine what the solution is.
A rod.
It's like
physical
like a fucking brace.
I said you just like
Really?
reset your
not
your
really.
Okay.
Yeah.
like kind of like your
Well, when I
nose,
got
like
it
break
back
it
in
and reset
04.
it.
I actually.
Would it be the same?
My father sold penile implants.
What?
What?
He was like, selling medical instruments,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pharmaceutical stuff. And so I didn't know any of this until I was in college. And I came home, I think my junior year, and I'm just messing with something on his desk. I'm
Oh
like,
no, it was a dick implant.
what is this? He goes, it's a penile implant.
It
I'm
was just like a rod?
What's it look like?
No, so there's three different types.
Okay.
There's what those slap bracelets that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
So that was like the initial one where they would actually insert that into like it didn't snap, but it was like one of those metal rods where you could
But
actually
Imagine if it could.
Snap your dick, like, whack.
So that's
Oh
the
my
first
God.
one. The second one is they would put like kind of like connects on the outside, so you could literally just extend it and like connect it to where like it would stay.
What?
And then the third version, which is the one that I was
And wait, that's to extend it or just straighten it?
No, this is all for no. So it's not for shrinking or anything. It's for guys that have ED. This is like before Viagra and Cialis, and even now, if you have a heart condition or anything, you're not really supposed to take Viagra or Cialis.
Right.
So there's still guys that have to use this, but the third one is literally like a balloon that they put inside, and then there's like there's a ball, kind of like the sneakers, like the pump.
Pump it up.
And there's like a little port on your hip that like guys will put and they'll squeeze it
like a balloon animal.
and it inflates. Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm like, what is
important, but I think I would just be like, I don't have sex. That's the last thing I do.
That
Not for
tells
me.
you how much old men are like, yep, put that rod in my dick so that I can have sex.
Maybe.
I'll take the Viagra if after that.
That's it.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not putting.
I
shit
will
in my
take
dick.
the Viagra later in the future.
I've never taken Viagra. I'd love to. If someone's got a script, fucking hook me up.
You've never taken it for
Never
fun?
taken Viagra.
There was
I would take Viagra right now. If someone's
Some of my
got
guy
it,
friends
but-
had like a thing for a while.
Well,
Where they're all like
you
taking
know,
Viagra
we
to
got
see
Roman.
what
I've
heard
would happen. They
scary
like
stories.
take one at the bar and be like, okay, we have like 45 minutes. We got to figure it out, and it was pretty.
Oh, they would all take, like, one
Like
would
they
have it?
Yeah, or no, they would all take
Take, like,
Viagra
oh,
and be like, we
got
gotta like get home
Got it.
before we.
I
have
think I've
boners.
heard of guys doing, like,
Well, so that's not
roulette
how
with
it
that.
works.
You
Where
take
it's
like a-
Well, it was a
like a
game. It was like they were
No,
playing
no,
a
no,
game. They
no,
didn't
no,
need
no,
it.
sorry.
Slacks.
Yes.
In terms of how Viagra works, people think like you take it and you just, get an erection.
No,
It's not.
no.
Yeah, it just sends blood flow down there. You still need to be aroused.
Yeah,
Right.
you
But being
you
like
still have
drunk at
to
the
come
bar
out,
with
yeah.
like hot girls with their titties out, the whole thing.
I'm aroused.
Well, that's the thing. So it does happen immediately. It does happen immediately unless you're like, I don't know, like your mother's funeral or
Sure,
something.
okay.
And even then, I'd be like,
Like
nah.
literally right now, I would be hard.
Funerals-
If that's all it takes is
that's
around
an
me,
aphrodisiac.
I'm good.
Right. What?
Funerals are a natural aphrodisiac.
Is that a true story?
What is
Wedding
that?
crashers.
It's from-
wedding
oh,
crashers.
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Natural
yeah.
aphrodisiacs. That's a great fucking marketing by oysters. That disgusting food.
That I
What?
swear
Like
that's
what?
I swear that's
You don't like oysters?
Nah. I pretended
Who
to like
was
it
the
for 27
first
years.
person?
and I said,
Who was the
"Oh,
first person to be like, I'm gonna slurp this down?
The first
And
person
then
who was like,
decide
I
it
want a
was a
vehicle
fucking-
for cocktail sauce. Is that it's not shrimp. That's what
Yeah.
You know what I found out
Yeah.
recently? It used to be a street food, and it was so abundant. Yeah, it was sold on the
oysters,
street.
clams, and cockles. Hello.
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
She's going through the streets with it.
Right.
Right.
Oysters, clams, and cockles.
Who's that?
From Game of Thrones.
Maisie
too.
Williams, Game of Thrones.
Oh.
She's
Selling.
running around.
That's what
It's
she was
street food.
selling.
She was selling out of the cart.
yeah, I forgot about that.
And the reason it was so cheap is they
You never knew
utilized.
about it, did you?
No, I remember that scene now. When she's
She's
when
like,
she's
oh,
like,
this
making
is
face.
clams
like,
and
oh, I
cockles.
remember that.
Fucking
No.
screaming.
It's like when she's like
That's
away.
Egypt,
She's when she hides fucking the
When
sword
she,
and stuff, right?
I think so. Yeah, she's like
Sword
learning
and
about
Stone.
being, she's
That's
doing
what
her
that's
face
the
thing,
podcast
and she's selling
that
some.
Ross Bolin and those guys did
oysters.
was called Oysters, Clams, and Cockles.
Yeah.
They might. I think he's trying to be like the official podcast for when they do the prequels and shit.
Oh,
So
really?
that would
Oh,
be cool. So
cool, good
HBO,
for
get
them.
on board with Ross.
Hopefully they do.
Yeah. I don't think I could do penile implants, and I definitely don't think if your dick works and all that, and it's a little curved. I certainly don't think it's worth doing something drastic to uncurve
Yeah, I mean, your
it.
dick's
No.
not being like,
I mean, it's got to be like,
Like,
if
really-
you can see around
really
the corner with that
accurate.
thing, we got a problem.
Well,
but
I
if you're
took-
just hanging to the left, like you don't fucking.
I had two
Okay,
questions about
some ladies
this.
might like
if
that.
your dick is
Yeah.
like, if your dick is curved, does it hurt to go straight to have sex? Like, because obviously if it's curved, it's like up here, whatever, and you got to
You
pull
have
it
to
forward
be
to like fit it
drastically
in.
curved for it to
For it
like
to like be
hit
painful. Like I
something.
wonder if it's
Yeah.
painful to like
Yeah.
move it aside.
Like I go left and then I don't feel anything.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
So there's that one too.
And then
The
if
one
you get
described,
the upward curve, then you're
then
built
it's that's
for
great. I
fucking
say
it.
that's ideal.
I mean, anybody
honestly.
who's got the upward curve is like jackpot.
The thing you described in the second one you said where it's like
Yeah, the connects up. It's like a little
yeah,
ladder
yeah,
on the
has like
side.
little
like you
sections to
pull,
it.
like it pulls your dick. But
so
is your dick
there's
hard?
so it's like connects. No, it's soft.
I don't know what
And
connects.
then
are.
well, so it's like
you know.
little Lego pieces on the side where like so when you pull it out. And then you bring it up, and then as it comes back down, it locks into place.
It's making me
It
think
makes
about
sense
my
in a
cigarette
torture
extender that I
device.
have. That's what I'm imagining.
Imagine a ladder.
So the question,
imagine,
No, but what I'm
imagine a-
picturing
the
is a
question I have
soft
is, can it be?
penis
What if it's like
being
overextended where it like
Yeah.
comes out? You know what I mean? Like, can
So
you know it's
there-
like
there-
choop, choop,
yeah,
choop,
so
but like can it come all the way
there
out?
are issues where like the metal one, where like the metal one would come out,
Yeah.
or the balloon would overinflate or something. I don't know too much about this stuff. It was just
Still, it's
little
interesting.
things here and there. That
Sounds like you do.
Sounds like you know a lot about
You know more than a layman. That's-
Yeah, you know more
My
than
favorite
most.
though
might have thought about
is
getting into
watching
family
all
business.
of you. All of you guys are like, you look like you are hearing a horror story.
Yeah.
truly. Like
I'm
when
just
he's describing
yeah,
it, you're all like,
it sounds like
ah,
a assault
it's very
device.
funny.
Yeah, but
That's what it sounds like.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's how much these men want to have sex is they are willing to put like a metal rod in.
No. All right, next topic.
no.
Please move on.
I wanted to see
Please
like
move
the
on.
instruments. Like the first
Show me
couple
it.
pictures are just like the plastic pieces, and then there's one that's like
Let's
you
see
know,
it.
and
Let's
there's
see
the
this bad
pictures.
boy.
Like we got a dick in this picture?
Nate's
wow.
like, I love it.
Robbie
Fucking
looks
weirdo.
away.
Whoa, mama. Hang on, I can't even see what's happening.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
It's just a massacre dick.
Yeah.
It's just a dick massacre.
It looks like it was
Bad.
through a lawnmower.
That's how much
It
men
really
want to have
does.
sex.
Sick.
Dude, that's how
sick.
much you want to
Let
fucking
me know when
8-year-old
you've
pussy.
gone.
It's
Pass,
gone.
dude.
Oh, listen, if you've got the money to do that,
moved away
I'm pretty
from
sure you're.
Oh, yeah, how much is it?
Look at this. This is like
I'm
just
sure.
putting a
I'm
whole
sure it's not.
vibrator inside your dick.
I don't think
That's
it's
what I'm
covered by
saying. And
insurance.
but how does it stay? Well, that's
This,
the
this
pump
is just
one.
like putting a vibrator inside your dick. Like
That is
I
insane.
think. Yeah, I think that's the balloon. Yeah.
You said it looked like it got hit by a lawnmower. Funny story. My grandma.
my grandmother was chopped up by a lawn.
So she once told us about some guy from town, and she was like, he got into a horrific accident with a lawnmower. He either cut his penis or his finger off. And we were like, Grandma, if it was his finger, why would you think it's his penis? And if it was his penis, how would you ever forget that?
Imagine you got your dick cut off by a lawnmower.
I don't know
and you
how
have to
that
go to
would
the
happen.
hospital and be like,
I
hey,
got
what
like-
happened? He's like, lawnmower accident. They're like, dude, I don't think so.
There's no way you can get like if a lawnmower's hitting there, it's you're. I mean,
You're-
you're
yeah,
right.
You know
You're
what I mean?
fucking the
You're
lawnmower.
absolutely.
But
Maybe
right.
it's a push mower.
Yeah, but even that.
Even
I immediately thought like the ride.
Even
on
that-
it.
No, but
Like-
yeah, but even that, like, how are you getting like just like the blade?
Yeah.
Be like, da, 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 da,
Maybe if
da.
you're,
I don't know,
maybe if you're
maybe
trying
you
to fix
trip?
it while it's on and you have it lifted up. Yeah.
Like, fix it with your dick, like.
Maybe he like
No,
fell
you're
over
standing
it.
in front of it like while it's on. Like,
This is
Obviously,
why
this
you know
is-
just
Right.
just pay somebody to
Oh, that's-
mow your lawn for you.
I now feel like that's like the cousin from Trinidad. Like, no, it was the vaccine. Like, you'd have to like,
Bro, speaking of the cousin
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Trinidad, have you seen this kid?
No.
No.
The cousin?
No,
I thought you
dude.
were the kid who tweeted you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, this kid.
Oh, I did see that.
Fucking, it's not even just who tweeted me. If you go check out his replies, this motherfucker is telling anyone
Everybody.
who will listen
Pre Nikki or
about
post Nikki?
I think post Nikki. I think he's mad about
I
like.
think he's just fucking.
No, I don't think he is because I looked at his
He
other
wants-
tweets.
He wants to send
Then
pics.
and he's-
He says,
he
he said,
said-
I'll
If you
send
don't know the
pics.
story, Nicki Minaj tweeted, "My cousin's friend in Trinidad took the vaccine. He became impotent. His balls swelled up, and his fiance called off the wedding a week before the wedding. And so she was like, just saying, like, do your own research on the vaccine, because somebody's friend of a friend of a friend in Trinidad's got a big fat sack on him. So we were making fun of it. The world's making fun of it. And this guy tweeted John, being like, it's true. My sack is big and swollen too.
He's like right after the vaccine.
He said, okay, so I'm just gonna read his tweets. He said, wait, there's a lot of them.
There are.
Okay, so it started with he provided Jason Whitlock. Whitlock said they're gonna
That's
cancel
who I'm
Nikki.
gonna tell about my balls.
And
Yeah.
this guy replied, as dumb as it sounds, after I got my first shot a couple of days after, I lifted an exhaust pipe at work and felt a sharp pain in my groin. Wait, he
That
just said
sounds like a
how it
hernia.
happened.
It's
he
like a
says,
hernia.
he says it's
Yeah.
he says
Yeah.
it's
It's a
not.
hernia.
He
Yeah.
later
Okay.
says it's not a hernia. It's not
Right.
anything. The doctors don't know what it is. That's-
Pain in my groin and my testicles swole up. Still dealing with it 4 months later. Then he tweets out, this is regular, as a man who has swollen testicles and had the vaccine, it's quite uncomfortable. I have to sit on a pillow and wear very tight underwear.
Bro,
Okay.
could you imagine if this is real? Like Nicki Minaj makes this like story go viral, and you're the one guy who's like, I swear, guys,
Yes,
and everyone's
it's
like,
me.
shut up, loser, and
Yeah.
you're like, please, I swear.
Just believe my swollen balls.
Please
Dude,
believe Nick.
Pablo Torre tweeted Sam Cassell, Nicki Minaj's cousin, handshake. And then the gif of Sam Cassell with the big
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah.
And this guy replied to Pablo Torre, as a man dealing with swollen testicles and who has been vaccinated and haven't had vaccination, I have a softball-sized scrotum. It's something fun to joke about. it's something fun to joke about, which I have. To stretch the vaccine, but you never know. Okay. Then he replied to Chaps, keep me in your prayers because I really do have swollen testicles, and the doctors won't figure out why. Multiple
really wants to drive
ultrasounds
it
on my
home.
scrotum. Quite uncomfortable to walk and sit.
Do we have a picture of the Abbey? Is he young, old?
He looks like a regular dude. Like he's
Like a
But he
Barstool
says
guy?
right here. Read this one right here. Yeah, he looks like
Yeah,
he's got
he-
tattoos,
he
working in the
looks-
garage.
He looks like a young, probably I don't know.
Yeah.
He looks like
late
he's working in
20s,
the
early
garage.
30s.
Read the top.
He says, "I'll dump him out in a DM to KFC Radio and fights if they're curious." Okay, I will
I
buy
am
right
curious.
now.
Please.
Send them.
Dump those balls out!
But I mean, I'm not trying to convince him not to send them. He can send them. But sending the picture doesn't prove
True,
Then
true.
you vex- yeah.
I just want to see them.
I
It
saw
sounds like he hurt himself somehow
Softball
picking
size
it up.
balls.
DMs are open.
Yeah.
If you,
Yep.
if you,
Just because the doctors can't figure it out doesn't
right,
mean it was-
like maybe there's something causing it, but the catalyst was you lifted something
Yeah.
heavy. So
Yes.
Yeah, there's, like,
that
more.
That blew something open or floated with something.
So-
You already sent him? No. Oh, that would have been a goddamn motherfucker.
Me
was
too.
sitting
I was
there
like, oh my
7
God.
hours.
how big? Let's take some bets. How big are these balls?
He says
Are
softball
they bigger or
size.
smaller than? He said softball
They
size.
would have- they would have
Softball
Are we
size.
gonna believe that? Because
They
if
would
you
have
have
to
two softballs,
That's why I
Not
want
two
to see it.
softball. I
Well, he
think,
said
I think the
softball
two
size
nuts make
more-
one
Yeah, he said
softball.
softball size
Scrotums.
scrotum.
Yeah.
okay,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
think his balls are
So-
two tennis balls?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably,
Ronnie
yeah.
has a friend with one enlarged purple ball, and the other one's normal size.
Friend.
And yeah, I've seen it, and it is
do you know it's
bigger.
purple?
I saw it. I saw a picture, and he said this guy's fiance is like so into it, and it's like her kink is like his one giant testicle.
If it's
The
not
magic
eight
eight
ball,
ball.
it's not.
It is
Rubbing it.
It's massive, dude. Like massive.
It's like that
Just-
thing
That's
that like
crazy.
Trump and remember when Trump was in Saudi Arabia and they were
Oh,
all
yeah,
pushing
the
that
orb.
go- oh,
Yeah.
The greatest picture ever.
That's so
Man, we have
He's
been
gotta
talking
marry
about
that girl,
balls
right? Like,
so much.
Yeah,
He
we
has to
love
marry
all
the
of
girl
that.
that's
No,
obsessed
they're
with his
engaged.
kink.
What
Oh,
if-
they're engaged.
Yeah,
Okay.
what if they get
Perfect.
married and it goes away, and then she's like,
Nah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
right.
Well, I gotta
That's
find
what you
somebody
feel
else
ball.
like a
I
fucked
gotta
up
go
ball.
find somebody else with a kink.
I'll pose it to you. Is that episode out yet?
What?
The hypothetical we posed to Jackie? Must be out by now, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what
If
day
you
it is.
could, you have a choice.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You can stay as you are now,
Nope.
getting your period, whatever, or
Still.
snap your fingers. You now have balls. Girls all have balls,
Oh.
but you don't ever get your period. No cramps, no
yeah,
nothing.
wait.
I think
But girls just
no, I
happen to
don't
have a
want
set of
balls
balls.
because you know what? The complaints I hear about balls, it's just a lot. You
So
know?
that's fine
And
if
also
that's your
clothes.
answer. But don't
Aesthetically,
ever
I
fucking
don't like balls.
complain about
Wait.
your period ever
Oh.
again, because we've got balls.
Oh, I'm
So
okay.
that means
Yeah.
that means
Okay.
it's
You
worse to
are
be us.
you
Okay.
are
Yeah,
saying
you gotta
that
weigh it.
balls are worse.
You gotta weigh this.
No.
Yes,
Okay,
you
no.
are, because you had your choice
I
and
can't
you picked
believe-
no
Here's,
balls.
no. The
Period.
decision I made was based on I can deal with the pain because I've already dealt with it for my whole life
Right.
versus having to now
Dude, our
wear
balls
different
don't
clothes
bleed,
based
like,
on balls, wear
So-
act differently,
Yours don't bleed?
see them. I don't
Balls
like
ain't
that.
bad.
Balls
So
are
you're saying
gross.
that's worse.
I haven't noticed mine. In
I'm saying
years.
it's worse for me. I'm not saying that having
Right.
balls is,
So don't
is
fucking
better
complain
than
anymore, 'cause
or
I
is
got
worse than having your
balls.
period. No, having balls is not worse than having your period.
Then why
promise you.
would you pick your period?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
why would you
Because
just
I
switch?
already know how to deal with that.
There's nothing to deal with balls.
If they're
Yes,
easier
there
to
is.
deal with.
There's not
Everybody's
really.
talking about it's like stuck to
We
your
just talked
legs. It's
about a
like
guy
stuck in
having
here.
a-
You're always touching your balls. It's gross.
It's true.
I don't want to be gross. No,
So
no.
you
I
want
don't
to be in
want balls.
pain.
She's
I'd rather deal with it once a month.
You
Yeah.
don't think it's gross, like an open wound, bleeding?
Yeah, that's totally
I
right.
mean, it's an open wound.
Bears are
Listen, we got to deal with it. It's a thing we deal with, and I am already dealing with it.
It was
So
funny
it's
because
fine.
Jackie
Balls,
had said
no.
the same thing, and
Balls
I
are
was like, well,
gross.
then don't ever complain
That's
about it again because we gave you the choice. You chose to be like you rather than be like us, so that means we've got it worse than you, this whole thing.
Right.
And she was in a pretzel. She was like, fuck, you're right. No. She came in the next day,
Maybe I do
and
want
she was like, my cramps are killing me, guys. I changed my answer.
I mean, yeah,
Like-
it fucking sucks, but it's also like I don't need an extra appendage. Like I'm all set.
Yeah, no,
you
it's
know what I
terrible.
mean?
And also,
Think
Think
I
about
hope you
dresses.
guys.
I can't wear anything cute. Like
Well, no, but you have to
I
realize that it would be like all girls have had it. It wouldn't be like a thing. It would be like us.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like you'd be a
all
weirdo.
you girls just have a pussy and balls. So like your dress
sounds
would
so
be.
gross to me. That to me
sounds really
sounds
gross.
sounds more disgusting than a period.
So then just know that that's how fucking crazy it is for us with our balls.
But as a man, I like to say I respect and appreciate all the women sticking with it because the last thing I need is a pair of balls bouncing off my chin while I'm getting my face
Also,
laid.
how I would be so
Just like-
self-conscious. Honestly, the first thing that came to my head was like they're gonna be flopping around during sex. I don't want that because balls already are
We
flopping
do,
around
that's what
during
we gotta
sex.
deal with.
But we put up with it. Is what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
feel like
already
ladies
put up
like
with
it. You
balls.
get the pendulum action of it.
You tell
That
yourself.
noise.
You tell yourself that. You tell yourself that.
Yeah,
we love
that's one of those
it. We love
things
it.
they say because it's like, well,
Like,
let's make
oh, I get
lemonade out of
it.
lemons here.
I bet you think strippers like
No.
it too.
Yeah, they love you.
I have gotten a number from a stripper, so fuck you, Doug.
I thought you were gonna say you got the picture of the guy's ball.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna say you got the picture of the balls.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
did.
no, I wouldn't get them. They're on the KFC radio
Wait.
now. I'm not opening my DMs for a
Wait,
second.
you just break the bar. What are you doing?
Just kinda
You
hanging
keep
out.
You always do weird
are,
things like
no,
this.
listen, you are pushing the bar. I said that to you. I
you're
said
moving it.
It's not attached. You're pulling the whole
See if
thing
you can
apart.
break it.
No, it's
See
not.
if you can break
Yeah,
the whole
it's
thing.
moving.
It's attached though, just not
No,
sturdily.
to the wall over there. I mean, so when you
Oh.
pull it like this, it moves the whole bar. I said you're moving the whole bar.
Yeah,
And
no,
you
I
didn't believe
heard
me.
you.
Break it fights. Rock and
Anyway,
roll.
I have a question now. To me, we're talking about
let's go.
we're talking about whatever.
Smash it
last
hard.
night was smoking a little weed, and I was thinking about I was eating some cereal, cinnamon toast crunch, and I was wondering why cereal is sold in a bag inside of a
saw
box.
this.
And I said, "Why is this?" And everybody was like, "Damn, like tell me you're rich without telling me
Yeah.
you're rich." And I was
Your
like, "What are you
privilege is
talking
Yeah,
about?"
you got rich shamed.
I apparently
Why?
I'm poor shaming people because apparently discount cereal
Is
does
just
come
in a
in
bag.
giant bags.
And it comes
Oh, no, no, no,
in
no.
Giant
big
bar.
box.
I have
Like
never seen
cereal
that.
is
You
really
need to
expensive
be
thing.
insanely poor.
They were like, "It's at Walmart."
insanely poor to buy the
Thank you.
bag
Thank you. People are like, "It's at Walmart." I was like, "I shopped at Walmart. I've never seen this in my life.
The
I've
bottom
never seen it."
bottom shelf.
You
That's what
gotta
I'm saying.
be-
I was like, I know like dog food is down there. I don't know about. I mean, I said that.
That's a new level of
I
portion.
said that.
Fortunate eating out of their dog bowls.
I've never
No, I'm
seen
with you on
bag
that,
cereal like that in my
Like,
life.
yes,
Never.
it exists, but like even poor people are
Never.
like they go to the fucking store and use their food stamps to buy boxes of cereal.
Well, I asked, is it a regional thing? I've literally never seen it in my
No,
life, like
it's-
with my eyeballs. Like, has
it's
anybody seen it?
People were
It's
grasping.
it's
That's
people
great.
were
You've seen
it's what it's in Walmart. I personally never bought it, but no, you know it. Like if you go to Walmart, you look
I'm
at the
also not
cereal.
a, I buy like
Yeah.
store brand shit over name brand constantly. I think that all tastes the same. Like I'm not worried about that. It's
that's
very
great.
much
Well,
like I just have never physically seen
Yeah.
a bag of
Garbage.
cereal
Like I
that
don't know
looks
if
like
I don't know if
like
it's
it'd be a.
Publix. I've only seen it at Walmart. I've never seen it. At
I think it's in
Walmart. I've
most
been to a
most
Walmart.
markets.
They're also like big.
big
I was gonna say it's big home too.
They're
Yeah,
huge
yeah,
bags.
And it's always like
Yeah.
Magic Stars or some
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
made up
And the
name.
answer
But
to
well,
your question, I think, is just because the cereal will get crushed, right?
yes, you need.
That's-
you
Yeah,
need
but
the
in
box.
That's
theory,
what I figured. I
why
was
would
like,
that,
is
no,
that-
but why would that be any different than a bag of chips?
Right.
True.
Well, they
Because
put
chips
the
has air.
But the
air
chips
in.
are in a box too.
So I said
Why
this
don't
also. The other argument I got was it can't
When they
str-
come initially, right there in a big box, and then they take them out of the box and put them on the
They
shelves.
can do that with cereal.
Oh, that
but
is
cereal
true.
They
is
could do that
I
with
guess.
cereal.
I guess.
But also too, I said this about the argument also is if they're in bags, they can't like stand up for
Yeah,
on
marketing.
the
Oh,
on the
yeah,
shelf.
yeah,
But there are a ton of things that are bagged with sealable that stand up, like those
Yeah,
flips,
chips.
pretzels stand up all the time.
True,
on
but
the
no,
road.
I mean cereals like you could put a bunch of them
Yeah.
all in a row.
Why don't?
But I do think it's
why
more
don't,
about
why don't
crushing it.
cereals have the Ziploc top? That's what bothers
That's
me.
a
Yeah.
question too.
That's
Great
a good
question
idea.
too.
Well, that's probably just a cost thing.
Yeah,
You
but
know
I would,
what's
I would
great?
probably, I
Yeah.
would
We
probably
got a
spend
question
like
the other
an extra
day.
30 cents, quarter, whatever it costs. I'd probably spend it on the bag.
We got a
Yeah.
question the other day. What's a technology that doesn't get used enough? And that's a good one. Like having everything have that Ziploc tie,
Yeah.
or the chip clip being like more of a universal thing.
Yeah.
Like some people, you go to some houses, they have the chip clip. I don't have a chip clip. I don't. But we all should just have the.
Tuck it under.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Tuck it
easiest.
under.
I roll. I roll
fold.
under
Yeah,
it and then I
so
put
do
it
I.
underneath.
Same
Do
with
you put
bread.
it? Do you like put
Same
it
thing with
upside down?
bread.
Like
Yeah,
you roll
'cause
it
you
upside
gotta,
down? Me too.
gotta put the weight on it.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. I stay in place. That's the same shit I
when
do.
you're
But
only
I
left
did
with, like,
have
a
an
little bit.
answer that I like 2 years ago me would like want to kick my ass for this take, but but it's the fucking truth. Air fryers are the
Bro,
fucking
game changer.
I want one so bad, but they're so
Yeah.
big.
No, they're not. You
Yeah,
get small
you get
ones.
countertop
No, they're
ones.
small
Yeah,
ones.
countertop.
I don't have a lot
This
of
big.
countertop space.
This big.
That's
They're tiny.
honestly
It's
might be too
worth
big.
it.
I already
stop
have.
portioning.
I do need that bag.
Cereal, get a bigger house.
I need that bag
The air
cereal.
fryer has changed my life. I had
I want one so
like a
bad.
little toaster oven. Got rid of that, same size, so I don't have a size problem with my toaster.
You sure about
But
that?
I mean, man, I air fry my pizza the next day
Oh,
in like
that's
10
the
seconds.
best.
Oh.
In like 10 seconds.
Pizza's
Yeah.
the best in the
See,
air
my
fryer.
air fryer, I keep it. I don't have a lot of counter space, so I keep it on top of my cabinets, and I'm not crawling back up.
Oh, well, that's your own fault. That's crazy.
I have a question.
It's like,
Do
oh
you-
yeah, I put my fucking my air fryer in the top of the treetop.
That's the best way to eat
I
pizza.
wouldn't use that either.
The best way to eat pizza
I
is in the
believe
air
it.
fryer.
Yes,
Maybe
and
eating
in a
pizza
matter of
Because
like
it crisps it a
20
little.
seconds,
Yes.
and I mean you can make wings.
So
And
you
like,
can make anything.
Yeah.
and it doesn't ever
I get
get
anything?
chewy. It
Yes.
doesn't ever get wet. It doesn't ever.
So
I
have
mean,
you
it is.
replaced- Giving
It's replaced the microwave.
When you get
Yeah.
fries
Has-
from
has
fast
it
food,
replaced-
Yes,
The-
when they get they
Soggy?
show up. Yes.
Toaster oven for you?
Yes. Because it
Can
also
you
has,
make
I can
toast?
toast.
Fine.
You can put it on toaster.
make toast,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe I'll.
But
I'll
yeah,
make
Bob,
toaster oven,
that's
and maybe I'll
another
get this
huge one.
because that's
The
the only reason I
fries,
have
yeah.
the
That's what I'm
toaster because I
saying.
make
It needs
toast
to
all the
be
time.
like the way you have a microwave and a toaster. Almost universally, everyone has toasters. Maybe
Yes.
not only like a bachelor fresh out of school, but most people have toasters.
Yeah, yeah.
It should just be the air fryer.
Yeah.
Like, that needs to be the new
makes
shit
so
that
much
everybody.
I'm getting
Dude,
rid
the
of my
best
shit
is when
then.
you
I really
order
will.
food.
make so much more.
Yeah, they're probably more expensive, but like, I want it should get to be the point where
Not
it's,
that expensive
it's like.
though.
No, they're
100 bucks
affordable.
just
I
to
got it
get
as
one.
a Father's Day gift, so I don't know.
But no, when you order food and you get fries ordered, and
Yes.
they come and you
Reheat 'em, refry 'em.
refry them, and
Yes.
get them crispy.
And like
again.
if you have like Dyson or Purdue like
No,
nuggets
air fryer,
or
you
boneless
can-
wings and all that, you make those
Maybe. How
in
big
the
is that? I don't
microwave
know.
trash.
Fucking
You put it in the
yeah.
air fryer. It's like you got to
You
put
get
them
the
on.
crisp.
Get rid of
Yeah,
my
I mean,
toaster oven,
it's-
maybe.
To
how
me,
does,
it needs to
how
be.
does it work? I mean, is it literally just
I don't know.
Is like
No idea.
No,
idea.
it's literally the same as doing a toaster oven. You like it doesn't look any different. You just
Yeah.
but
But we
I don't know.
don't know
So
how-
the
we don't
weight,
know
the
the
microwaves
science
are
behind
different.
it.
Yeah.
Fucking magic. 5 minutes, you got
So it
chicken
makes
nuggets.
toast.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much though. I
That's
wouldn't put a baby in an air fryer because that shit's not the air fryer.
and it's not an Instapot. Instapot's different.
Makes toast.
I don't know what an Instapot is.
Instapot is.
Instapot's like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not.
No, but
No,
it
different.
just pushes air through the food.
Okay.
And then
That's
there's
all
the sous vide thing is
Sous
the
vide,
water,
Sous
right?
vide
Yeah,
is
sous
that's
vide's-
my shit.
You
I
just-
love
it's
yeah,
like boils
yeah.
water.
You
and you put the
set-
food in a bag or something.
Yes.
You put the food in a bag, you put the sous
I'm
vide
on
in, and it
microwave.
heats up the water to a certain temperature, like 129 or 139, one of them, and you put it in for, you can put it in for an hour and a half, you can put it in for 7 hours, however long you want to put it in there. It cooks it kind of the same, and then you sear it. I'm thinking about steak. You sear it at the end, and
Got
it's.
it.
I've never had something cooked more perfectly
Really?
than with a sous vide. Yeah.
Why would you put it in for 7 hours if you could just do it in 10 minutes?
That's what I always say. People like to slow cook. I don't know. They just
So you
they
change-
think it's
change
better
temperature.
slower. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
make it higher or lower if you want. But no, the
these
sous
different
vide's
ways.
amazing. The only thing I've ever sous vide'd I didn't really like afterwards, I tried to make lamb, like a little rack of lamb, and that
That's
was
hard to cook,
okay,
though.
but it
Lamb's
wasn't.
tough.
It was a little chewy for me.
Well, you got
like
any?
to cook
What
more.
technology do you think the world should be using more of?
That's a good question. The
know what-
technology that I have an issue with all the time are printers. I fucking hate printers.
I
Got
hate
it out
printers,
for them.
Printers, what Kevin said.
They're getting obsolete.
I was like,
Printers
you
are
know
the
what?
worst.
No, they're not.
No,
No?
and they're back around. I was
They're
like, you know
back
what I
around.
really could use in every household
Oh, yeah,
is a
a
fucking
printer.
box that prints things in the computer because
If
they
it worked.
became so, yeah, well, the problem is always connecting them. They never
I
seem to
know.
connect anything.
Yeah. The whole
But
thing.
like, everybody used to have a printer. And we would have on the spool, there would be the paper with the perforated edges with the holes.
Yep.
And it would go,
Yeah.
but it would be, you rip it off, and it would fold like a little
Yeah.
like that.
Zigzag, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that just became, and then we had the inkjet
Yep.
printers, and then it just stopped,
Yeah.
and nobody had printers anymore. And now, I'm traipsing around to fucking FedEx Kinko's
What
like
do you need to
a
print?
clown.
What do you need to
I don't know, but occasionally, every now and then, when it's like you do need to print that
Sometimes
one
concert
thing.
tickets,
Yeah.
sometimes they're like, you need the physical
Yeah.
print out. I would
Like,
have to
I
go
have
to
a printer. I have a
Staples.
printer in my
shit
house
like
I
that,
bought
like-
specifically for these things. It's like it was kind of shitty, but it was fine, good,
Yeah.
whatever. I was able to hook it up to my computer one time, and then after that, it like
Yeah.
won't connect again.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
it's
the
garbage.
fuck? So it's just
you can
garbage
buy a
sitting in my
printer for
house.
like $13,
Yeah, it's
and then the
cheap.
ink cartridges are like $1,400. It's
I
crazy.
graduated
Crazy.
college in 2010, and I feel like it was right at that point where you started submitting papers online and not printing them
Yeah.
out. But I imagine, unless your professor is like 80 years old, everything's digital now. So who
That's
needs a
why-
print?
Which is
I was
brutal
going to
because it
say, I
gives
was
you
like,
less
you guys
time,
started
right?
submitting them? Dennis never submitted papers.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know where they were supposed
We
to go.
used to-
I wasn't
John
reading them.
listed off the colleges he went to and remembers one major and goes, I didn't graduate from any of them. It was 6
I'm also
colleges.
missing a college. I definitely went to 6. I can't remember the
Did you
six.
do like a community
six
college somewhere in there?
Dude lost.
Like, I swear
Dude
I went
has
to
an
6.
entire college he went to that he can't remember.
College you went to.
I forgot more colleges than you went to, son.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I always could have sworn it was 6
Even
colleges.
worse, I don't even know how many colleges I went to.
That is bad.
I did 3.
Maniac.
Hey, back to your
Yeah,
cube
that's right.
life.
Yeah.
Speaking of printers, did you ever, when you would get to work in the morning, print something off a website and then go to the restroom?
I go to the restroom, read it at my like everything.
Oh, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
There were guys who
I
had
thought that was
no,
going
no.
a whole nother direction. But you're talking about printing something off, then going to
pornographic
and they go to the
image.
bathroom. No,
Yeah.
it's just like, you know,
No, I thought that they were
Oh,
going
wank-
like
wank-
4 years
wank-
ago.
Yeah, it was before you read stuff on your phone.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're talking about like
I'm
Yeah.
dating
users
No, that is
or
true. That is true.
First of
Yeah.
all, like message boards. I've been.
Like I used to,
Like-
that was terrible. Like I used to print out lyrics all the time. That was my thing. I would
To
print
read
out
lyrics
lyrics
and
to
memorize
songs
them?
and then like memorize them in the car wherever I was going. I'm a freak. Yeah, I would
How old
listen.
were you?
I would have like my MP3 player, which my parents would not get me an iPod for some reason. I just had like
Same.
some like Samsung Juke, some
They
bullshit
did. Yeah,
future
with,
was.
and I would print out the lyrics to like Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I would just sit there and listen to it on repeat.
I used to do the
I
same
know
thing.
words.
By the way, so
I know all the words,
I
too.
was doing a Nicki Minaj 1 Minute Man, and I was trying to think of like song references and lyric references, and I was like, what's some of Nicki's more like filthy songs? And Nick said Anaconda.
Anaconda for sure. Yeah.
Jackie yells out super bass, and we were like, that was a
Super
I mean,
bass.
Jackie opens her mouth and make fun of her. Like no matter what, could be like she
The
could say the
default is
sky's
make
blue,
fun.
we're like idiot. It's not actually blue. So we were like, that's like a bad, no, super bass is not the answer. And she was like, well, Anaconda is like not like a good one either. And I was kind of like, no, that's a good one. And then she goes, it's not even her song. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, she sung it. And then she was like, oh, you guys don't even know. That's not the original.
No, stop.
She like took that from another.
Oh, really?
She was like, we were like, yeah, we know. It's Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
She's, that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
she's
So, like,
Somebody-
so
yeah,
Jackie
it's
thought
Baby Got
that
Back.
was like nobody knew that.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I thought she meant like she took. I thought she meant she took the Anaconda lyrics.
No,
and,
no, no,
like,
no.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like
no.
she was
Jacqueline,
like,
if you
they're-
can hear this, you haven't heard of the Mighty Ducks. You can teach us nothing.
to think that she
You'll
was like,
never teach me a thing.
I'm gonna tell these guys about a little something called Baby Got Back. That might be the most like universally known song.
Yeah.
Although, so Nate was telling me earlier, Rolling Stone redid their 500 greatest songs of all time.
Oh.
Number one on the list. Take a guess.
All right,
Call me
guess.
maybe.
I'm not
Call
gonna
me
guess
Jensen.
because I know.
It's always that. It's like call me maybe. It's always
It
that.
should be. It should be.
Yeah.
It always
So
all
you-
those
if
lists are
it
always
was
call me
just
maybe.
us in this world,
Yeah.
Song of all
Of
time.
all time.
I don't even know.
Thriller.
Nope. That's
good
not
guess.
it.
Good
That's
guess.
a good
Yeah,
guess.
good,
Yeah.
John?
What is he doing?
What are you
Just
doing?
keep going.
I don't know.
Hey Jude.
I thought it was gonna be something like that. Some Beatles shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It was RESPECT.
Oh wow.
Which I think is
Aretha.
like I don't love that song, but I think that is
To
probably.
call that the best song ever,
This is
though,
it's opinion based. Like it's not like this.
based on
They've
has to
pulled
be.
like not out of like sales.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is like because I was talking. Frank loves listening like the '70s on 7, '80s on 8. I'm like listening to Sinatra. He goes, "That's nice." He turns it on like Casey Keenum, whatever.
Yeah.
Casey
And, but we
Kasem.
talk about it's like there's so many songs that we listen to still from the '60s, '70s,
Yeah.
and '80s, and compared to like how many like out of everything. So that's why I thought it was more.
No,
like,
no, no. I think it was just opinion based.
Yeah,
but,
they
but probably
pulled
based
all
on
the
like,
right-
the
Like, this song
influence.
is
I don't think it was just
so
like
prevalent.
I like the sound of the song. I think it was like the sound, like
Yeah.
the influence and the.
And it was
What
very
else?
like.
What else is on the
I
list?
don't
What
like. I
other
wouldn't.
things?
I wouldn't be like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No, I think that's a good
That's
pick.
fair.
I think it
That
might be
makes
a little
sense.
recency bias because aren't they doing?
They're doing
There's a
Aretha
movie
thing.
right now,
Yeah,
yes.
there's
Which,
some
by the
shit
way, I
going
mean
on.
Jennifer Hudson was like put on this planet.
To play that
So-
role.
Aretha
Oh,
Franklin.
I like
She
her show.
sings
She's gonna be
like
so good.
Yeah, she's gonna
she's gonna
fucking
rock that
crush
fucking
it. It's
role.
like
She's still alive, right, Aretha?
Jennifer
No.
Lopez.
No, she passed
No.
away a few years
Passed
ago.
away.
Did she?
Aretha's
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember a kid, buddy in my high school he was Aretha Franklin for Halloween. He wore a
Ooh.
wreath with Benjamin
big-
Franklin $100 bills put around.
Oh,
it.
that's silly. I was
Aretha
about to be like,
Franklin.
we're about to get your
Yeah, he's been canceled. He's a social pariah now.
I saw
Yeah.
someone dressed up as Sylvie from Loki, but in a Delta flight attendant uniform, and she was the Delta variant.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's great.
Levels. There's levels.
That's a good one. That's
Why
a
was she
good
that?
one.
They're called variants in the show.
Well, no, I know, but it's not Halloween.
She had a
It
Delta.
was Comic Con.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What is the hot
It's
Halloween?
always-
I thought he was like,
Yeah, Halloween's kinda
Ron's like,
coming up.
bump into her,
I
dig
feel
in.
like you.
I'm into
Street
Halloween.
here.
I like Halloween.
You've already been Cruella de Vil before?
No, I haven't, but
So
I
you
gotta
are
be Cruella
this
this
year.
year.
You
Yeah, I
have
gotta
to
be
do
Cruella
it.
this year. Yeah.
What do you think the hot, like,
Yeah, what is
you tried to be clever, but everyone else is doing it, costume? is gonna be
There's
this year?
always one.
It's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
Kim
Kim
will be.
Yeah.
Kim will be.
Is it-
Because that's
That's
easy to
Harley
do.
Quinn.
No, because
they got
girls
those,
won't.
those
Harley-
suits
Harley
now.
Quinn
these
was like
days.
one
Black
of
Panther
the
suit.
Yeah,
Green
Harley
Man
Quinn
suit.
is a big one. Yeah.
Do you think Harley Quinn comes back around?
I bet
I
Black
think that
Widow.
is almost always
That
a
always
thing now.
Oh, you know who else? You know
Yeah,
who
you'll
will be a
always have
big
Jack
deal?
Sparrows. You always have Carly Quinn.
The
I think
Joker is now
WandaVision.
mainstream.
She Wanda. That was my
Yeah,
first before
Wanda.
Cruella came out. I was like,
Yeah.
I would like to be Wanda.
I'm trying to think of though what's like the thing in pop culture
Yeah, what's like
that's
the
like
thing right now?
Like one year, everybody was the miners, the Chilean miners, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, look at the Chileans. I guess they survived, right? So
Yeah,
it's
no, they
like-
were
Maybe
cool. They were
like
like heroes.
Jorge
stuff.
Galileos. He was the big one there.
That was the man.
Oh, that was the guy who had all the mistress and the wife and all that.
Okay.
No, that was just one of the guys.
There was one guy who had his wife showed up, his mistress showed up, and they were both
Yeah.
there
Oh
like
my
praying
God.
for him. And I think that guy was like, "Keep me down."
Yeah, don't
They
let me
requested
out.
an iPhone with the Foo Fighters discography uploaded onto it. So they got it down to him. They got him an iPod with the Foo Fighters albums on it, and then the Foo Fighters had a song that they named "The Ballad of the Beaconsfield Miners."
That's fucking awesome.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's cool.
Wow.
I'm sure that this guy's rocking out, and someone's
don't
like,
ask
"We're
for
starving."
food.
to
No,
death,
no,
dude."
no.
I know.
The Foo
Do we
Fighters.
think that?
iPhone.
Do we think that the Trump costumes have run their course?
I think so.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I think
How
so.
would you
too.
But we got a
represent
little
law?
4-year reprieve, and then looking
Oh,
back.
that's a good one. Oh yeah, Nicki
But-
Minaj, or being
I'm
Cardi
just- I'm
B
thinking,
or
like, music,
Meg Thee Stallion.
like-
Meg Thee Stallion.
yeah.
would
like a
be
WAP,
big one.
like a girl duo. You do.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wear the
gotta- you
Kanye
gotta bring
outfit,
fucking
the,
what
the
about-
Kanye
Yeah, you do.
red
We do-
jacket outfit,
Did someone
pantyhose
just say
on your
Nicki
head.
Minaj's cousin?
Could be.
Well, that's
Say
actually
that?
why somebody.
They're cousins?
I think
Nicki
Chaps.
Minaj's cousin.
I think Chaps
Ball.
tweeted that.
Oh, that's a good one.
That'll be. I think they were like the hot couples costume will be Nicki Minaj and
And her
guy.
cousin.
Her poor fucking cousin, by the way. It's not her cousin. It was her cousin's friend.
Friend, I
And we
know.
all
Yeah,
just
yeah,
said
yeah.
her cousin.
Nicki
It's like,
Minaj.
no, I was.
Yeah.
Trying to cover my boy with STDs.
There's always something though where it's like a play on the. I think there's got to be a lot of TikTok shit going on, right?
Definitely.
A lot of that.
Any
Well, you know what?
memes?
The thing about
Yeah.
TikTok right now is there are so many. My TikTok has a lot of like makeup artists and stuff because I think that those videos are so interesting. Where it's like it'll be like their regular face and they'll turn it into something crazy.
Yeah.
There are so many people like that I think people will recreate a lot. I think there's gonna be a lot of face paint. Is what I'm saying. Face
Right.
paint and makeup.
There's
I think
there's
will
that
be big
chick
this
who's
year.
horrendously ugly who puts the makeup
Yes.
on, puts the teeth
with the
in.
teeth?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She does the whole thing. Yeah. That girl.
But she I can say she's
She's good.
horrendously ugly because her no,
She's
because
good.
her whole thing is like I am a toothless like
She's like
Yeah.
she looks like a.
unspeakably ugly,
Yeah.
and then she dolls herself up, and she's like,
There's
pretty-
like,
I mean that
yeah.
like if you went home with that girl, and the next
Whoa,
day
yeah.
she took her teeth out and washed her makeup off, and you saw
You'd
that,
call the police.
That's
you would
mean.
think that
There's an
like
intruder.
there is
People always in the comments are like,
my
they're
girl,
like, this
my girlfriend last
is-
night has been
this is
kidnapped
highway
and someone
robbery,
else.
this
Yeah, I
is
swear to God, I
why.
would. I'd be like, this what like this is.
Let me
somebody
ask you
swapped.
this question,
Stop.
Kelly. Speaking of that,
Oh.
at what point do you, as a woman, stop saying like, "All right, I got to put on this facade for this dude, and I can just live my life as I am without"?
Nope, never.
Never. It's like never.
Nope, girls don't
Probably
In the grave.
never. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Or
I'm
just crazy
especially me.
nasal.
I'm not. I'm very uncomfortable in my own skin.
Okay.
So
How
absolutely
about
not
in
me.
Marvelous Miss Maisel? Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah.
She
Wakes up early.
wakes up early, puts her makeup on, gets back in bed,
Oh
has
yeah.
to be
We
asleep.
just do it all the time. That's like Kristen Wiig
You
did
do
that,
that?
and I
In,
have done it. I don't do
Really?
it now. Yes, but you don't put on. Here's the thing. You
You
don't
put
put
on
on
a
a full
full
face of makeup. You
put
go.
on
You put a little
foundation.
mascara.
Yeah.
You do a little concealer, so you look like, oh, I just woke up, and
Yeah.
oh, I'm.
I woke up like this.
I'm cute. I'm like a lesser.
I know.
Yeah, like I'm.
delete
I'm
later.
not quite as hot as I am in the full face of makeup, but I'm like a little bit less. But it's
But
still
not-
cute.
I-
and I look
But that's my
natural, but I have
No, so
mascara.
I saw a Reddit thread about that, and it was like, my father has never seen my mother without her makeup on like that.
Yeah.
Every single morning,
Yeah.
she did the same routine.
That's
never-
archaic, I think.
I mean, yeah, it was
That's
a lot.
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
so-
that is
yeah.
crazy.
But
But
that's
people
my
still,
point.
it's like people still
people
do
know
it.
what I look
You're
like without
not-
makeup, but it's
You're
like.
not gonna walk around for the rest of your life with makeup on. So at one point, do you drop your guard and you're like, "All right, I'll be around this dude without makeup on"?
I mean, I've been around people without makeup. I am very uncomfortable when I am. Like it
Well, here's
doesn't
the
feel
thing.
like I
Kelly's
feel like
super
oh.
ugly. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
tough.
exactly. So I need a
No, but
lot of work.
I mean, if you, it
goes
really
into
depends
it.
on that. I would think too. Like if you
Well,
know you're
I
like
look
a
so
natural
tired all the
beauty,
time. If I don't have makeup on, I look super tired. I look like my eyeballs are popping out of my head.
You know what's funny? I feel like
I gotta
guys
figure it
are
out.
kind of slowly catching up to like the world of girls, where like we're
Where
doing
you figure
like,
out it's all fake.
no, like well, yes, but like I feel like
Pampering.
doing like hair care and grooming and stuff,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, did
Which
you
is
know that you
nice.
can put this stuff in your hair that like helps it grow, and you can make this looks
It
more
is
like
nice.
that.
It's
And
just
like,
more
yeah, we've
accepted
been
now.
doing it. Yeah, well, maybe
there's this
that's
girl-
it,
Right,
but
'cause back-
we're gonna be wearing makeup
dude,
in like 50 years.
Back to-
Remember
back to
there was a
wait, wait.
phrase that we
Derek
just
Jeter
called
has this-
everyone metrosexual.
Yeah, that's the point I was
Yeah.
gonna make.
Whoa! You shampoo? What are you?
Whoa,
fucking
whoa, you
metrosexual?
take care of
Yeah. Yeah, and it was
You cut
condescending
you
too.
cut your fucking toenails.
If you say oh
There was
metrosexual, there was a little bit of
heavy, like connotation that we were
Yes.
joking that you're gay.
yes.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it was a negative thing to be
Wash
like
your
you're,
face, you big
he's
fucking-
That's
metrosexual.
what I'm saying. We grew up with that, where it was like, yeah, you didn't really do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now
No,
it's
we
like,
had a
why
kid who
don't
just came
you?
to
There's
church. He just came to class like in middle school, early high school. Like he would just come to school in shirts that he didn't pull out of a ball. Like, it was like
Yeah.
he had rather iron
iron.
shirts. We're like, whoa, Johnny's a metrosexual.
Well, you were just
Honestly,
talking
though.
last week about when fights came to the office. He wore a raincoat in the rain, and everyone's like,
yeah.
"You fucking."
Oh yeah, who was like, you got a raincoat on?
It
Who
was,
said that
it was
to
in
you?
the
Was it
Milton
Gaz?
office. They were like,
Gaz
no,
who said that
it
to
was
you, right?
Gaz, it was Dave, it was Hank.
It was one of the.
probably.
It was one of the. It was the birth of Madame Feidelberg. He
It was
had like
like-
a
it was like,
scarf
whoa.
and a jacket on it.
No, not a scarf. I had
Just
on
a
a
another
raincoat.
type of
I
scarf.
had on a black, just waterproof coat from Dave's Quality Meats.
Yeah.
It was like a streetwear
Wait, where?
red.
Yeah.
It's like a rain. Not even like it was. I didn't show up in a slicker. I didn't look like Gordon's Fisherman.
No.
I didn't look like the Islanders logo.
It was actually
just
stylish. Like
It was like
I
a
gotta give
shell.
credit
It wasn't
to
even-
Fights.
it was like a-
Fights
it was-
has been stylish from day one and always worn it to Barstool. And
Yeah.
then when we made fun of him relentlessly, he would just be like, "Okay, you unstylish, fucking unfashionable." Like animals, like you got, like especially in looking at some of the Milton office people, it's like, okay, yeah, you guys are making fun of me. Like,
Dave,
Yeah,
Dave
yeah,
was
yeah.
in pictures of
You
me in like I remember like one of my earlier day show jobs. I had on like it was like a flannel type jacket, like probably corduroys, and I think I was wearing like
The bean boots.
bean boots.
Yes.
And Dave was like, "What is this guy wearing?" I was like, I remember posing for the picture in his apartment, and I was like, "This dude has on he is 30 some odd years old. He is in a tank top, athletic shorts, and flip flops.
Yeah, right.
And he is a
And he's
problem with my
criticizing this.
ensemble.
And of course, what's so funny about that is every 2 years,
Yeah.
Dave would dress exactly how Feidelberg did 2
He
years ago.
thought he had
Yeah.
cuff pants like 10 years later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, of course, the Italian, the infamous, he went to Italy and came
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
wearing
yeah, of
clothes
course.
that are too tight.
That's been
But,
my
I
show,
mean-
fighting for my life about the Met Gala.
What's that?
I'm like fighting for my life defending the Met Gala, how ridiculous the clothes are. I'm like, they're supposed to be ridiculous. That's the
Right.
whole
That's what
point.
people don't get. I think that people don't understand that it's kind
Then I'm
it's
like, the
it's
people who are mad, they're like,
borderline
these
avant-garde,
rich assholes, like blah blah. I'm
Yeah,
like, first of all,
but I
they just happen to be rich. They're not paying for it.
like the poor people complaining about it.
Oh,
I think
Oh, yeah.
Like,
What I read
I
on
think they,
Wikipedia,
yeah.
it said, and I don't know how true this is because like Harry Styles wasn't there this year and Rihanna has skipped a couple times and obviously they're always welcome. But the Wikipedia page said if you decline your invite, you're out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't.
So
You
they
can't.
make
So
it like,
Rihanna
you
though
know,
has been like
so
a
all this is like
poster
fuck the Met
for-
Gala, and then you get a little bit of fame and they invite you and you're like, yes, absolutely.
That's what happened to Khloe Kardashian's like banned from the Met Gala. Like she's not allowed to. I don't even know if she was ever actually
That's
invited,
what I'm
but
saying.
every year it's like a thing where like, oh, she doesn't really like fit in with the crowd. That's literally what Anna Wintour says.
Too
Like
ugly?
she's like,
Wow.
not for Khloe. And so
I
Khloe's
kinda
never been
respect
invited.
that from Anna Wintour though, where she's still saying like, I'm gonna.
She doesn't
decide
give
who
a
gets to
fuck.
Come to my
No.
party.
Yeah,
She does
well,
not give a fuck.
It's
Not
very,
inclusive
it's
at all.
very-
No,
yes, it's
not even
very,
close. It's not, and it's not
high-
supposed to be. Everybody's like,
yeah.
oh, all these people coming together and saw each other's dicks. I'm like, yeah, that's literally the point of the party.
Right.
Like that's what it's there for.
I get why,
Ultimately,
especially
it helps
in
the
recent
designer
years
more.
and shit, it's like,
Yeah.
boy, this is really tone deaf. But it's like, you need that in this
But
world.
why
you
is it
need
tone
some
deaf?
like
Tell me
celebrity
this.
shit.
Why
Well,
is it tone deaf?
Because
'Cause
it's
it's
like
not
they have
inclusive at all.
everything in the world,
Yeah.
and like there are
So
people
what?
going
But
through
that
like
even
an
happens
orgy
in
in the
public.
world.
No.
Gala, it's very
Honestly, tell me
public.
this. Why is it tone deaf for these influential people? The designers are able to dress these influential people. Who gives a fuck if I roll up wearing Michael Kors? Nobody cares that I'm wearing it. They care if Carly Kloss is wearing it. They don't give a fuck if I am.
No,
What's wrong with that? All they do is they go to the museum, they have dinner, and then they leave. What about
I
that
think it's
is
just
tone
it's
deaf?
a very gaudy, superficial, over the top, expensive event when there are people who like
Isn't every
are
event
dying
gaudy,
and don't
over the
have-
top, and
yes, but this is
expensive?
just the one, so like it gets
This
the
one
most.
looks
blows
like
my mind.
Capitol Hunger Games.
Yes,
But it's,
that's what it looks
but
like.
it's supposed to. It's like ridiculous. It's out of control. That's the
Right.
whole point. And if
But-
you don't like it, you
but
don't like it. But it's. I wouldn't
think
say
we're
it's
in a
tone deaf. I think
position-
it's a different kind
I think
of
if
event.
you were like buying bagged cereal
Yes.
and dying of COVID and didn't have fucking clean water,
Maybe
and
watch
Flint,
a
and
Met
you
Gala,
see that.
aspire to something. I don't know.
No,
Yes.
I do think that's why. I think that's why the Met Gala should exist because it is like a. You know, there does need to be some level of like capitalistic. Like, if you make it, you get to do these fancy
But it's
things.
also
and
supposed to be.
you're
It's supposed to be
with the-
inspirational for like designers. Supposed to be. I don't know. So everybody. I feel like this year,
This is
everybody.
Kelly-
Kelly's
such a-
plea to Anna Wintour.
No, it
to have
is.
her invite her next
No,
year.
I'm
but
saying,
the
I feel like
problem
this year
is
especially,
the-
everybody was really on the dick of the Met Gala, and I
the-
didn't fucking get it. Everybody's like, COVID's going on, Met Gala's happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, it was canceled last year and this year. It was moved 6 months. Like, what the fuck?
I
What do you
think
want them to
it
do?
is-
It's a
is
huge event.
The event is fine. I think they put it on display
What is happening
for
right
the
now?
commoners. You know, like when it's on the internet and shit. It's like that's the other thing too is I don't think in the for a long time nobody really saw it. You had to
Yeah.
like, read the magazine about it.
I mean,
now
no,
it's like
nobody
regular
really saw it.
people-
Means you just weren't looking in the right places. I've
But-
seen the
but
Met Gala
also it
every
is
fucking
funny-
day.
Right,
Like,
but
that's-
now, like, you know, you can be on social media and be, like, dirt fucking poor, and you're
Yeah.
gonna see this person wearing this dress that's worth more than their entire town combined.
Good.
And they're just gonna go, fuck these rich people.
Yeah,
That's all, really.
but you know what? Most of the people who doing that are like, can't wait for the fucking Super Bowl, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you?
Like, you know the Super Bowl
John,
cost to
that's
put
a
on?
Can't wait to put on my jersey and
That is
jeans.
the perfect comparison. That is the
Sports
perfect comparison.
athletes
How
are
much money do they
millionaires.
funnel into these football players all day long? And the
Yes.
Met Gala somehow is the most
Who do these
tone
rich
deaf shit
people
of all
think they
time.
are? Can't wait for NFL Sunday.
Thank you.
It's a great point. It's like they will support those rich people putting on their display, but not. There's something.
The Super
there's
Bowl is
something,
so
Well, you know what?
gross
You know what
compared to
the
the Met Gala.
difference
It's
But there's
10
something about
times as much
the
money there.
like.
And it's not
I
even
think
it's not
that-
even a fundraiser for anybody. Oh my god.
The X
I'm
Factor.
losing my
Oh,
shit.
don't play the.
That's
No.
an excuse. That is an
that's
excuse.
I don't think it's an excuse.
That is not charity.
It's the only
Stop.
way.
That's
No,
their-
it's the
that's
only
their
way.
one excuse.
Kelly, I've worked in philanthropy. That is not philanthropic.
It's not
for
philanthropic.
nobody. It's for
It's
the
a
rich
fundraiser.
people. I don't care. It's for the rich people that stay rich and
That's
the
what
poor.
everybody
But it's
is.
not. It's
That's
not.
not
an
the part.
excuse.
The Costume Institute has
Wait,
nothing
are
to
we
do
having a
with
racial
racial.
discussion? Because I'm out if we are.
That's actually
such a
that's why I don't like
The
it.
Costume Institute has nothing to do with rich people. That's the thing. Why do people think that? Because the rich people
No,
put
no,
the
no.
clothes on.
It's just that like out of everything that's important in the world, the costumes and the Met is at the very fucking bottom.
No,
So
yeah.
Sure.
So
But
like
is
so
the
if
Super
you,
Bowl not
so if they,
second to the least?
if
But the
they-
Super
if
Bowl
they-
doesn't claim to be philanthropic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, but it is like it is.
I don't think that this
the
does either.
costume. The word
They say
costume
it's
is
for
what throws
charity.
it off. It's not costume. It's clothing.
Fundraising.
And you can learn a lot about cultures through clothing. I do believe that. So it is important to have. If you're a museum, it's important to have all
Okay.
aspects.
Yes,
They
I
don't need to
agree
throw the
that the
gal and
arts
do
are
that, though.
important, but
Yes.
in the tier of philanthropy,
Yeah.
art is at like the last thing that we
If
need
the
to
Met
keep
was
going.
giving money to
Well, that's sad that
children's
you think
cancer,
that.
it would be a very different story.
I'm sorry, I have
It's sad that you care
more.
so little about the arts. You think it's the least
You
important.
Sorry.
uncultured swine.
I care more about people with cancer and
Oh,
and
me too.
veterans
Me
getting
just-
too.
health.
Me too.
You're just a dickhead, you're
Get
not
the
even
fuck
famous.
out. Oh, thank you, Connor. Now we can't say shit because you're a veteran. Like, thank you. Conversation's
And honestly,
over.
When was the last time the Met Gala invited a soldier?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay, yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Harry Styles was there
Like, he wouldn't
last
be on that
year.
fucking carpet. Like, he would be there in 2 seconds. Yeah.
my
Don't
God,
act like you're a fancier boy than this guy.
Connor would be like, I
Oh
thought.
my
She'd be
God,
like,
yeah.
get out of my party.
Oh, you had doing
Low
this?
level
But that's
swine.
at the end of the day, no matter what
Serious
side,
soldier.
Yeah.
no matter what side you're on, you're fucking lying. If Anna Wintour gave you a ticket and you say you won't,
And you say you wouldn't go. It's
that's the
crazy.
ultimate. It always comes. The people who are who are objective about it, I don't. I
We
think
know
it
it
is
now.
audience swine. But at the
AOC.
end, I always go. I'd like to go.
Yeah, you think? Oh,
I mean,
does
AOC went.
have
She was
30
the
grand
final
throw
boss.
around?
Of
No,
like,
obviously
I won't
not.
go. And
Yes.
she's like, yes, I'll be there in a second.
I'm still torn on that because, like, okay, obviously she didn't pay for it, right? It was a gift.
Right.
Does that mean it was a gift?
She was
Well, that's where the people who were defending it were putting themselves in a
Oh,
precedent.
that's
Yeah,
that's
They
the
were
whole
like,
thing.
she gave money to charity, and then they were like, well, why isn't she like at work or whatever? And they were like, well, the people who are elected officials go to these things all the time, like they get invited. And it was like, well, it's fucking.
They get invited, but then
No,
the
'cause she's-
designers are the ones who end up paying.
Well,
The
okay,
designers
yeah.
pay for it, and they get to dress whoever they want.
That
to.
designer got
And
their
it
fucking
shows
money's
her.
worth.
So they like invited
Yeah.
her, but the woman who designed her dress, who like may or may not have ripped off the
Yeah, that girl. Like,
print of it,
Actually, I just
she
said no. They didn't
paid
because they
for
called them
her
that
to be
designer
there.
rather than
And
they
then-
actually are.
Lots of people in that circle.
Yeah,
though. We don't
Technically,
know.
yes.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
that's
gift to the
a
museum,
gift.
yes.
So we have again, I'm not.
It's all.
one
It's
side or
very
other.
the money
You're
itself.
a
It goes to the
politician
museum.
accepting a
However you want to say
$30,000
that.
gift.
That's
You
how
know,
it goes.
if I was a movie
Sure,
director,
sure, that's a good point.
I would make a movie where someone like blows up the Met Gala.
Whoa,
Well,
okay.
they made a. Isn't Ocean's 8 them
I was gonna say,
robbing the Met
robbing
Gala?
the Met Gala.
Yeah. No, I would do some Bane shit.
Alright.
Like if Bane blew up
Like,
the Met
no,
Gala instead
well,
of the.
Like when it blows up
It was
the-
like,
with
turn
Stadium.
down your city. It's become true afterwards.
You can come
think
in
the
a
cops
Bane
would give a
outfit.
shit.
You look
Yeah,
like
no, the blue collar, like,
Yeah.
fireman would be like, we're not even putting that shit out.
Yeah, that is
still
true.
working on my picture
Bane would
over
show
here. I
up
don't
and they'd
give
be
a
like,
shit
oh
about
my
that.
god.
Great outfits. Beautiful.
One of the kids was like,
Yeah.
American fashion at its finest.
Yes.
They'd be like, take it off. And we're like,
he feels all cute and stuff.
That's a good impression.
falls down the fucking
That's a good
stairs
Bane
like Jason Derulo.
I love that goes around.
That is
Every year.
That
my
happened like 6
favorite
years
thing.
ago.
That
yeah.
was
That's
that
why
was
the
the
Met
Met Gala initially,
That was
right?
like yes. That
Oh, it
was
was?
Met Gala.
I heard it was
It
like
wasn't
Even
Met-
Jason Derulo.
No, I thought it was.
That's what I thought.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah,
him.
I don't even think it's
Is that
him.
even
But
Jason
No.
Derulo?
I looked it up.
I think
I think it's a dancer of some sort.
Oh, I thought
I
it was
thought it was
Miguel.
him, and I thought
No,
it was
Miguel
the
did
Met
the
Steps.
light
He did the
drop.
light
Yeah.
For some reason, I always thought it was the Med Steps. And
Because why would Jason Derulo get the nod for that?
He would have.
Oh, he would have, yeah, a while back, yeah.
He's
I'm a
super
big fan.
underrated.
See what it
He
is.
looks-
He's
It's a real
still
thing.
on TikTok. He's huge on TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok, yeah. But he also has records that are like Usher level, where it's like he had a #1 R&B song like every year since like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
Like nobody else has ever
Got
done.
that name that you want to sing.
Jason Derulo. That's
Exactly.
the smartest thing
Exactly.
you can do as a producer or a singer or whatever is put a little tag in the beginning. You know.
Absolutely.
King is
Who's
in the building,
Jason
or-
Derulo. Who else?
DJ
is,
Khaled.
Yeah, DJ
Yeah.
Khaled.
Another one,
We
all
the
that.
best.
Yeah, all
also
that shit.
to is it Akon?
The,
Convict.
the door slamming and then like the
Convict.
yeah.
It is
yeah.
not
Yeah,
Jason
yeah.
Derulo.
It's not.
But
No.
the
Okay.
world thinks it
Was it
is.
at Cannes or was
Dude,
it at the
if he was smart, he should throw himself
It
down
is
a flight of stairs.
It's at Cannes and it's not
Cannes.
Derulo.
So it's just not has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's just
There's
nothing.
just some black dude who fell off the stairs like the VMAs or some shit.
Is this a Mandela effect? Or like,
Imagine
Yeah.
Jason Derulo
It's
seeing that
more,
go viral.
it's more of an
the first time.
internet.
Oh,
just
he was
Yeah.
off the
Yeah,
side.
it was. It's not me. I wasn't
He's gotta
there.
lean into that and
Yeah,
recreate it or something. It's like
Derulo has never been to the Met, and this year he
Oh,
put it up
really?
and put LMAO on a rehearsal in LA. Fuck y'all.
He's great.
all right. Before we wrap up here, do we have any balls in the DMs? One last check.
Oh,
Balls.
Can't wait here all day.
Specifically, balls we're talking about.
0 balls.
No balls.
damn.
I give it
sad.
0 balls.
pictures of
When we
balls
do
you
get
don't
the picture of
get.
balls, this crew will reunite
Yep.
and we will rate his balls on the ball scale. 0 to 5 balls for his 2 balls.
Fabulous. Looking
Before we
forward to
wrap,
it.
can I just say one thing about the Rolling Stone Top 500 songs?
Yeah,
sure.
Do you know what number 2 is? And this
Give me the top 5 you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2 blew me away. Not that it's not a good
Go
song.
5 down.
I wouldn't put that as number 2. All right, we'll start with number 5. Number 5 was Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Boo!
We talked about that last
That's a
night.
good
This overrated motherfucker.
Number 4,
He killed me.
Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone.
I just hate that voice.
I love Bob Dylan's voice.
Ugh, terrible.
Sam Cooke, A Change Is Gonna Come.
That's fair.
One of the
What
most
song
other
is that?
songs ever.
It's been a long
Whoa, hang on. Go, Dogs, go.
coming.
Keep going,
All
Dogs.
right.
Number 2.
This is KFC shot.
Number 2. Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
That's a good song, though.
It's a great song, but I wouldn't put it as number 2 all
Yeah,
time.
all
I'd say
time
this.
is a stretch,
Rolling Stone
but-
redid their top 500 albums a few years ago and went heavy on the diversity because their original top 500 albums were like
white guys.
500 white guys.
Yeah.
So they went
Damn.
super heavy on that. It makes sense.
That
they
feels like
went
we're
super
gonna
But
have
that
a
also,
female,
like-
a black rapper.
I'm gonna defend
they
Rolling
had Lauryn
Stone.
Hill was the number 1 album of all time to them.
It's a
What was?
great album.
It's a great
but
album.
I don't know
was?
about number 1
Lauryn
album of all
Hill's
time.
one solo
Miseducation, Lauren.
Oh yeah, that's an unbelievable
Wait.
I
album.
don't know if it's the number 1 album ever written.
No, but
Yeah.
it's unbelievable for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not number
I feel
1.
like I don't
That's
know,
like,
pick
yeah,
one that
like
hit
black
more.
female rapper. Who,
Yeah.
yeah. Give me just 10, Rob. We'll wrap up 10 through 1.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because I also want to get Doug to sing a little bit again.
Yeah.
We got a little
Number-
hey ya.
No, I'm
Number
sorry.
10.
I've had too many.
Hey,
Yeah?
number 10, Outkast. Hey,
I know.
What?
See, that's
crazy.
annoying though because Hey Ya's a great song. But that's I'm sure
yeah,
Outkast
it's
doesn't
just
have another song higher. than
No.
that. And it's not even close to Outkast's best
That's what I
song.
mean.
No, it's
That's
not.
fucking annoying.
I saw Wonderwall is like 120 or something, and that's the highest Oasis song, and it's like, all
That's
right.
annoying.
It's just a single.
Hey Ya
yeah.
is great, but like Hey Ya didn't make that album go like diamond. That
Yeah.
or whatever.
That
Was
music
it
video
Roses
is
on the
it's
same
like
album?
Number
born
9,
straight for me. It's
Fleetwood
like so
Mac,
green.
Dreams.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Number 8, Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On.
Freak on.
See, that's another one I think Missy has better songs.
Where
than
it's
that.
like,
Yeah,
Get Your Freak On is
seriously.
the 8th best song
of
ever
all
written.
ever, because that's like a
Yeah,
party
ever.
song and a
It's a
silly
great
song.
question.
Beethoven is just.
And now you go number 7, Beatles, Strawberry Fields Forever.
Is that the highest Beatles song?
It would have to be.
That's
That's
interesting because,
neat.
like,
If that's
I think
number eight,
I don't
I
know
love
any
that song.
Beatles
They
fans that
they
would put
weren't
them
in
number
Yeah,
1.
it
I
is.
feel like
Yeah.
the
I'll be honest, I don't even know that song.
And then number 6,
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye, What's Going
I
On?
heard it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
You know
That
what?
being
You know
my
what?
number
That
one.
like the Marvin Gaye
What's Going
into
On,
Motown type of vibe is, I think, the most universally
I agree.
loved.
Like the
The
groove.
Withers.
Yeah, and when you, especially like when you do like the
Songs.
Jackson 5 at the wedding, when you do the Jackson 5 medley at the wedding, everybody is fucking dancing. That's something that like the whole world kind of, it's just like everything together.
Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Yeah,
September.
that stuff
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
universally loved.
Number 11, Beach Boys, God Only Knows. That's a banger.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I like that better than Missy Elliott.
I mean, this list is absolutely impossible to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
songs are
what you
even
need to
harder
do is
than
do like a
albums.
top 100 of this genre, this genre,
Yeah.
this
Right,
genre,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
500 was Kanye, and he has like
Yes.
10 on the list. Like he has a ton on the list. all
Can you
for,
take us out with a little R-E-S-B-E-C-T?
I mean, you know, my voice. I've had a cold for
I need my lemon.
this is not the right altitude.
He's doing like the anchor
All right,
man. Like
that's it for us. We'll catch you guys next week, and in the meantime, look out for us rating those balls.
And get Fleischman Salon 20% off.
Flash Plan 20,
No brainer.
promo code PINTS.
Pints.
Make sure you get that flow correct with the bundles and have it all delivered right to your door. You don't ever have to go out to CVS and buy all that shit ever again. It's promo code PINTS at FleischmanSalon.com. Plus, for 20% off, plus the 15% off on the bundles. Be on the lookout for the hats on Black Friday. And we will, yeah, it's coming, man. It's coming. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching Friday Night Pints. Make sure you click on the bell icon below to keep up with notifications, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Strong drinks, full pints, can't lose.
Can't lose.